fourth unit today. Sorry, third unit today. In case, yeah, so in case வேண்டாம் இது இதோடயே நிறுத்திக்கிறேன் நான். Fine. So contract of indemnity. What is contract of indemnity? Before that, what is indemnity? Indemnity is nothing but a contractual agreement between two parties. There will be only two parties involved. So in this arrangement, one party agrees to pay for the potential damages caused by another party. Okay, so ரெண்டு party இருப்பாங்க. One party will agree to pay for the potential losses of another party. So this is always based on a futuristic event. Contract of indemnity is based on a futuristic event. Okay, so what is contract of indemnity? With the definition பார்க்க போனோம் அப்படின்னா, contract where one party tries to help and compensate the other party of the loss is the indemnity. Okay, so ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. If one party agrees to pay for the potential losses or damages of another party, then that is called as contract of indemnity. Okay, now the example adukku munnadi, the person who receives the indemnity to pay the loss is called as the indemnity holder or indemnified. Okay, a person giving the indemnity is called as indemnifier. Okay, the person who is giving is called as an indemnifier, and person who is receiving the indemnity to pay the loss is called as the indemnity holder or the indemnified. சொல்லு கண்ணா. சரி, குடிச்சிட்டு போற வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ண. Example, okay, so suppose let's say that a person has sold okay, in the பேரே எடுத்துக்கலாம். So John has sold Paul's house at Peter's direction. Okay, it will look like this particular example will look like there are many parties involved. Actually, there are not a lot of parties involved in this. Okay, there is only the indemnifier and the indemnified. Okay, ana வந்து it will look like there are a lot of parties involved. Okay, so this person called as John has sold Paul's house. He's selling Paul's house, so he's acting as a mediator of sorts. So he's selling Paul's house at Peter's directions, at someone's directions. Okay, afterwards it is revealed that this house is not owned by Paul at all. It is rather owned by another person called as Alex. Okay, so he is the registered owner of this particular house. Okay, so the owner enna பண்ணுவான் அப்படின்னா, he'll go and ask John for the sum that he sold the house for. Okay, ஏன்னா இது இவனோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி. How can he sell that particular property? Okay, so he will go and ask for the sum of money that John sold the house for, and John will now recoup with Peter's fee. Okay, sorry, Peter's fee. Now John will recoup with Peter's. Recoup is getting back. John will get back Peter's fee because Peter oda direction la da John sold Paul a house. Solluda. Okay. So Peter oda direction la da John sold Paul a house. Sorry, John sold Paul's house. Sorry da, இன்னைக்கு நிறைய distraction because of this BSAF inauguration. Fine. Okay, so since he sold the house at Peter's direction, he will recoup Peter's fee. Now what does recoup mean? Recoup is nothing but getting back the fee. Okay, this is an implicit form of indemnity contract. Okay, although it looks like there are many parties involved, the main parties here are actually John and this Alex. all right, because Alex is the owner and John is selling the house. Okay, so they are the major parties here. And John, for his account, he'll recoup the money from Peter, who's in on whose direction he actually sold the house. Okay, fine. Now, what are the rights of an indemnity holder? What are the rights of an indemnity holder? The first one is to pay for the damages of any suit, irrespective of any manner. Okay, so you pay for the damages. Now, what did this John guy do? He had to pay for the damages to Alex because it was Alex's home, but he tried to sell that home in the name of another person. Okay, so he is supposed to pay for the damages. Second one is to pay for all the costs that requires for defending the suit against him legally. So now if this goes to court, that's a different issue altogether. But if this goes to court, whatever is the legal fee, whatever is the fee that is required to defend this particular person, as in our example, to defend Alex, this person is supposed to pay. Okay, and finally all this amounts to the sum for compromise of any suit. Okay, so ஏதாவது ஒரு compromise reach பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா அந்த சம்மையும் வந்து he has to repay. Okay, fine. So this is contract of indemnity. There is lots more to go through in contract of indemnity. For example, now we saw what is the rights of a we saw what are the rights of the indemnity holder, but also go and brush upon what are the rights of the indemnifier as well. Okay, so இதெல்லாம் தான் முக்கியமான points. So I'm going to only go through the important points because we have to rush up and I have to finish the syllabus as soon as possible. So please make sure that you go through all the other rights and responsibilities as well. Okay, next one is contract of guarantee. I'm very sorry I've got the spelling wrong, but next one is contract of guarantee. Now guarantee oda meaning enna, normally contract oda meaning enna, layman's term lo what is the meaning of guarantee? The பிரீத்திக்கு நான் கேரண்டின்னு சொல்றாங்கல வந்து அட்வர்டைஸ்மென்ட்ல, பிரீத்திக்கு நான் கேரண்டினா மீனிங் என்ன?
Assurance.
சாரிடா திருப்பி சொல்றா எனக்கு.
Assurance, ma'am. Assurance.
Okay, assurance is one word. What are the other words? Okay, what does assurance mean?
Like telling them they we are true and there is no room for doubt.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, and if there is any doubt at all, I will be there to clear you. Yeah, because see, let's consider now Preeti is not a real person here. It's just an entity. It's just a product here. It's a brand. It's a completely different. It's a brand of its own. Now, when the person says that he or she is a guarantee for Preeti, they mean that suppose அது வந்து ஒழுங்கா work ஆகல அப்படின்னா you can come and ask me. Right, அதுதானே வந்து guaranteeன்ற meaning. So in contract of guarantee, it refers to a contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of third person in case of his default. Okay, suppose Preeti ஒழுங்கா perform பண்ணலனா நீ என்கிட்ட வந்து கேளு, I will be answerable there, I will be liable there. என்னம்மா? இல்லம்மா சாப்பிட்டேம்மா, thank you. I will be liable in that case. Okay, so that's what contract of guarantee means. Now in contract of indemnity, there were three parties involved. In contract of contract of indemnity, there were two parties involved, that is the indemnifier and the indemnified. Whereas in contract of guarantee, there are three parties involved. The first party is called as the surety. Okay, ஷூரிட்டின்றவங்க யாருன்னா வாங்குறவங்க கிடையாது. இப்ப பிரீத்தின்றது அது ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட். Someone will represent Preeti. Now Preeti vaanga poradhu, those are called as customers. Now this party who is endorsing Preeti and saying that see na guarantee அப்படினு சொல்றவங்க தான் surety. Okay, in case அது உங்களுக்கு work ஆகலனா the primary வாடா கண்ணா, one second. ஒரு நிமிஷம் கண்ணா, இது சார்ஜர் இல்ல, சார்ஜர் மட்டும் கொண்டு வந்துடுறேன். ப்ளீஸ் கிவ் மீ 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
எம்மா ஏமா அது வேற உடைச்சு உடைச்சு போடுறீங்க? பயமா இருக்குமா? இது எல்லாத்தையும் தூக்கி வெளியில போட்டுரு பேசாம. ரொம்ப நேரமா பக்கத்துலதான் உடைச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். அந்த சேர் உடைஞ்சிருக்குடி. நான் தான் உடைச்சேன் இப்போ உட்காந்து. Okay, so the three parties are, first one is the surety. இங்க வந்து பிரீத்திக்கு நான் கேரண்டின்னு சொல்றவங்கல்ல, the person who is actually saying those words, so that person is the surety. Next one is the principal debtor. The principal debtor is the person for whom the guarantee is given. நம்ம எக்ஸாம்பிள் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இந்த பிரீத்தி அந்த ரெப்ரசென்ட் பண்றவங்க, அந்த பிராண்ட் பிரீத்தியை ரெப்ரசென்ட் பண்ண போறவங்க, that person will be the principal debtor. And finally the creditor. Creditor is to whom the guarantee is given. In our case the customer is the creditor. Okay, fine. So இத வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள், ப்ராப்பர் எக்ஸாம்பிள் போட்டு பார்க்கணும்னா, now X advances a loan or X gives a loan to Mr. Y and Z promises that in case Y fails to repay the loan, then he will repay the loan. ஓகே, நான் வந்து நீ கடன் கொடு, அவன் சப்போஸ் கொடுக்கலன்னா நான் உனக்கு கொடுக்குறேன், நான் ஷூரிட்டி, நான் கேரண்டி அவன் திருப்பியும் கடன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நிறைய பேர் இதெல்லாம் ப்ராப்ளம் எல்லாம் ஆயிருக்கு. வி ஹர்ட் ஆஃப் லாட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோரிஸ் that have gone around. ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸா இருக்கட்டும், ஃபேமிலி ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸா இருக்கட்டும், there are lots of problems like this, right? So இந்த கேஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் now X is the principal debtor who is going to give the loan and Y is the creditor who is going to get இல்லையே தப்பா சொல்றேனா, sorry, X is the person who gets the guarantee, so X is the creditor here and Y is the principal debtor, right? And surety is Z here, so he is the person who is saying that, see, அவன் குடுக்கலனா I'll take care அப்படின்னு சொல்றது. So Z is the surety here. Okay, so this is contract of guarantee. Now, what are the kinds of guarantee? First one is called as a specific guarantee. A specific guarantee is for a single debt or any specified transaction. ஒரே ஒரு transactionக்கு, and if that comes to an end, then it comes to an end when the debt is paid. Okay, so previous example irukile, I'm giving 20,000 rupees, you're getting 20,000 rupees from me. If in case that person is not repaying the loan, you will repay the loan to me. Okay, so that is a specific guarantee. Continuing guarantee inradhu in the Preeti example, because they time and time again they are putting that contract out. I hope you remember in the contract vandu an agreement, this is plainly an agreement. When a person comes and says that unless and until it's signed, it remains an agreement. Ana in this particular case, when the person comes and says Preeti ku na guarantee in solrapo, that becomes a contract because that's a public offering. Okay, instead of a private offering, that's a public offering, so that becomes a contract. Okay, and that is a continuing guarantee because they have been using that catchphrase for so long. Okay, and if that doesn't work out, யாருக்காவது பிரீத்திக்கு work out ஆகல அப்படின்னா whoever is coming in the ad can be sued. ஓகே, அந்த பேசிஸ்ல தான் நிறைய வந்து இந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ்ல என்டார்ஸ் பண்றவங்க வந்து people are suing on only on that basis because they are endorsing, they are saying that see I am guarantee for this particular brand or for this particular product, and if that does not work out, they not only sue the brand but also the person who is endorsing it because they have given surety. Okay, now how will a guarantee be revoked? Okay, so revocation of guarantee. First one is by surety, by giving notice of revocation for future transactions. I step away from this. நான் இதுக்கு மேல நான் surety கொடுக்க மாட்டேன், இதுக்கு மேல நான் endorse பண்ண மாட்டேன்னு சொல்றது one way. Another way is if the surety passes away. Okay, if the surety dies, the person who is giving surety dies, அப்போ வந்து guarantee will be revoked. Okay, so this is contract of guarantee. Next one is contract of bailment. Now, delivery of goods by one person to another person for a specific purpose. Okay, and the contract will state that the goods will be returned after the specific purpose is complete. Okay, or a specific purpose goods are transferred from one party to another, and after that specific purpose is done with, the goods will be returned back to the owner. Okay, return back to whoever who gave them in the first place. Now this is called as a contract of bailment. For this, let's take an example. Let's say that a person is delivering his car for service at a service center. Okay, and service center usually they take what, three days to a week, depending upon the service that is needed. They take 3 weeks up to a week, or some cases it might be more as well, right? ஆனா service centerக்கு எதுக்காக கொடுக்கறாங்க? To service the car. After that specific purpose is done, the car will be returned back to the owner. Okay, now this is called as contract of bailment. Let's say that a person is going and delivering a car to the service center, but that person is not the owner of the car. Okay, that person does not own the car, the owner is someone else. Or இன்னொரு வகையில இதை எப்படி சொல்லலாம் அப்படின்னா, எப்ப bailment ஆகாதுன்றதுக்கு இன்னொரு வகையில எப்படி சொல்லலாம் அப்படின்னா, one person is going and giving his auto or car for service, but turns out that the service center guy owns the car or owns the auto. Okay, he's the original owner of the auto, so he will always he'll always have the key with him, or spare key will always be with him, even though he returns after the specific purpose is done with. This will not be considered as contract of bailment because this person is merely borrowing it. Okay, hire mattum dhaan pandranga, so that will be called as hire. Okay, that is a different kind of bailment. Okay, fine. So we'll go through that example again in the next slide. But a person delivering goods is known as the bailer, and the person to whom the goods are delivered is known as the bailee. Okay, so நான் போய் deliver பண்றேன்னா I'll be called as a bailer, and to whom the goods are delivered they'll be called as bailee. Okay, however, if the owner continues to maintain control over the goods, there is no bailment at all. ஓகே, ஓனர் வந்து அவரே தான் வச்சிருக்காரு, அவர் திருப்பி தரமாட்டாரு அப்படின்ற பட்சத்துல there is no bailment at all. Okay, now what are the essentials of a bailment, a contract of bailment? The first one is existence of a valid contract. There must be a valid contract for a contract of bailment to exist. Okay, next is this is only temporary delivery of goods. Okay, or a temporary delivery of goods for a specific purpose. After that specific purpose is done, the goods will be returned back to the person. Okay, and third one, and the main important essential point of bailment, contract of bailment, is return of specific goods. After the specific purpose is done, the goods will be returned back to the person whoever owns the good. All right, now what are the types of bailments? First one is deposit. Okay, it is simply bailment of goods by one man to another for a particular use. Ipo neenga engiyadu, let's say that you are going to a theme park. All right, theme park porappa, specifically if you are going to the swimming pool, you always go and deliver your things, right? Your things, your personal effects to the person, to a watchman, or to a person who will be taking care of all those goods. Yeah? The person will lock away your personal effects and give you a key. Okay, fine. So that is called as a deposit. Temporary purpose. What is a temporary purpose there? To safeguard your personal effects. After that specific purpose is done, after you return back from the swimming pool, all your personal effects will be returned back to you. Okay, so this is called as deposit. Second one is hire. Okay, it includes goods delivered to bailey for hire. ஓகே, ஒரு ஹையர் பண்ற பர்பஸ்க்காக பெய்லி கிட்ட போய் நீங்க டெலிவர் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா that will be called as hire. Third one is called as a pawn or a pledge. Okay, when goods are delivered to another person by way of security for money borrowed, காசு வாங்குறதுக்காக, to get some money, you're pledging your personal effects. ஒரு கோல்டு இதை எடுத்துக்கோங்க, கோல்ட் பானிங் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, to get money out of it, to get a security amount out of it. ஒருத்தட்ட இருந்து காசு வாங்கணும் அப்படின்னா you go and surrender your personal effects, or you go and surrender your gold, or even some. என்ன சார் வேணும், பேசுறீங்களா சார்? ஃபெலிக்ஸ் சார் சொல்லுங்க சார். பர்த்டே, உங்க பர்த்டேன்னு பேச வரீங்களா? ஃபெலிக்ஸ் சாருக்கு பர்த்டே வேண்டாம், நீங்க எல்லாம் விஷ் பண்ணுமாண்டா. இருங்க இருங்க, பசங்க உங்களை பார்க்கணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறாங்க. வாங்க இங்க வாங்க 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 பாருங்க, வாங்க வாங்க. பசங்க உங்களுக்கு பர்த்டே விஷ் பண்ணுமா?
Happy birthday, Felix sir.
Happy birthday
Felix sir, happy birthday sir.
Pawning and pledging. Okay, pawning or pledging, right? Okay. Next, finally, contract of pledge. Okay, I'll continue with contract of pledge today, but I'll start what is contract of pledge today, right? Now, contract of pledge inradhu enna, so you go and surrender your personal effects, or you go and surrender something which is valued for some amount of money and get money out of it. Okay, it might not be money, but it should be valuable. Whatever you're pledging should be valuable. It should contain a certain degree of value.
ஒரு pawn shop மாதிரியா மேம்?
Pawn shop தான்.
Okay ma'am.
Pawning, pledging எல்லாம் ஒண்ணுதான். Okay, fine.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, now in a pledge, the pawner transfer bailed his goods to the pawnee as a security against the amount he takes from the pawnee. Okay, now pawnee-ன்றது என்னன்னா, ஒரு pawn shop-ஏ எடுத்துக்கோங்க, ஒரு அடகு வைக்கிற கடையே எடுத்துக்கோங்க. The person to whom you are going and pledging the things, அந்த கடை ஓனர் இருக்காங்கல்ல, the pawn shop owner இருக்காங்க இல்லையா, that person is called as the pawnee, and you are called as, when you are going and surrendering your personal effects for money, you are called as pawner. Okay, போய் வந்து கடன் வாங்க போறவங்க is called as pawner, and the person who is giving the kadan, he is called as pawnee. Okay, now the pawner has the duty to repay the amount, and the pawnee has the duty to return the goods after the pawner pays the amount. Okay, so in the நீ போய் காசை திருப்பி ரீபே பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா, the pawner is supposed to, the pawn shop owner is supposed to give back the goods to you. Okay, so அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? The pawner is also supposed to take care all your personal effects. இப்போ கோல்ட சரண்டர் பண்றீங்கன்னா, he should take care of that particular gold item. Okay, and அவன் போய் அதை வித்துற கூடாது. நீ போய் காசு திருப்பி கொடுக்கறப்ப he has to give you the exact same personal effect that you went ahead and surrendered. Okay, whatever goods that you surrendered, he has to give back that particular item. Okay, to illustrate this contract of pledge, A borrowed ₹100 from B and gave his cycle as a security for repayment of amount. Okay, so A வந்து B கிட்ட இருந்து ₹100 வாங்கினா, till I give you back the ₹100, you keep my cycle அப்படின்றது சொல்றான். Okay, so if A gives back the ₹100, and in some cases there will always be interest involved. Okay, pawn shop la adudana வந்து earning, so there will be an interest involved that will be decided by the pawn shop owner, right? So when you give back the amount with the interest, when you pay back the entire amount, your cycle will be given back. Okay, so this is called as your contract of pledge. Now, what are the rights and duties of a pawner? The pawner na yaru? The pawn shop owner, the person who is going to loan money here. Okay, loan money or loan his services, right? First one is to redeem the goods, right? To redeem, tappa potrukano illa, நான் தப்பா சொல்லிட்டேன். Now, pawner என்றது the person,
ma'am, pawnee ma'am.
நான் தப்பா சொல்லிட்டேன். போன இதுல நான் தப்பா சொல்லிட்டேன். போன ஸ்லைட்ல தப்பா சொல்லிட்டேன். ஓகே ஃபைன். ஐ அம் வெரி சாரி. Okay, now what are the rights and duties of a pawner? Pawner is the person who is actually borrowing money. Okay, ஒரு அடகு கடைக்கு போனீங்கன்னா you're the person who is borrowing money and you are called as a pawner. Now what are the rights and duties of a pawner? The first one is right to redeem goods. As soon as he pays the money, or as soon as he or she pays the money, they have the right to redeem the goods. Okay, அந்த கடைக்காரன் வந்து கொடுக்க முடியாதுன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. Next is, in case the pawnee is not taking care of the items properly and they are damaging his personal effects, his or her personal effects, he has a right to claim compensation for the damages. Okay, or let's say that the person has pawned two gold bangles, and that person is giving back only one gold bangle. Abdina வந்து he can claim for damages. எங்க அப்படின்னா suppose அவன் வந்து he has done away with one of the bangles அப்படின்னா he can claim damages. ஏன் நீ எனக்கு ரெண்டுத்தையும் கொடு, I have the right to redeem all the goods. In case you have damaged that particular item, you have to compensate me for the damages. Okay, he has the right to claim all those. Now what is the duty of a pawner? First one is to repay the loan, whatever he has loaned there. He has to repay the loan. If there are interest involved, he has to repay the interest as well. I mean, he has to pay the interest as well. Next is the duty to pay extraordinary expenses incurred by the pawnee. Okay, சில கேசஸ்ல if he is going to loan or if he is going to give இப்போ இதெல்லாம் வைக்கிறாங்க இல்லையா, இந்த வீடு அடகு வைப்பாங்க, வீட்டு பத்திரம்லாம் அடகு வைப்பாங்க, ரைட்? ஒரு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியோட இதெல்லாம் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியே அடகு வைப்பாங்க, ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியே they'll pawn. ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி அடகு வச்சுட்டாங்கன்ற ரீசன், சரிக்கா, இது ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி அடகு வச்சுட்டாங்கன்றதுக்காக டாக்ஸஸ் எல்லாம் அவன் கட்டக்கூடாதுன்னு கிடையாது. டாக்ஸஸ் எல்லாம் it will be still paid by him. All this, he owns a property till now. That person is only the temporary owner. In case he does not pay back, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து அந்த ரைட்ஸ் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகுமான்றது that comes later. But he is supposed to pay all the extraordinary expenses incurred by the pawnee. Now what are the rights and duties of the pawnee? First right is to right to retain goods. He can retain goods until and unless the person repays the money. Second one is right to get compensation. ஒழுங்கா அவன் பே பண்ணல அப்படின்னா then you get compensation accordingly. Okay, in the time குள்ள இவ்ளோ பே பண்ணணும்ன்றப்ப if the person does not pay that amount of money, he has the right to get compensation. And right to sell. If the person is refusing to repay the amount that he loaned, he has to somehow get his money back. Yeah, so he has a right to sell the goods after a certain point of time if the person does not return the money at all. Okay, now what is the duty of the pawnee? Duty to take care of the goods, duty to give back the goods after repayment of loan, and duty not to mix up goods. யாரு எது கொடுத்தாங்கன்றது he has to have proper records. And finally, duty not to make unauthorized use of goods. அவங்க இது பண்ணிருக்காங்க, pawn பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்றதுக்காக he can't go and use all the goods. Okay, fine. So far okay வா? ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கா யாருக்காவது?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I'll finish class today. Thank you so much. You can leave, Kana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll start.
Attendance, ma'am.
Attendance.